matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. The Blue Devils headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. To the air on first down. Bring in the heat. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Breaks into the open. Remember, down where you start the slide, and he'll be short of the line to gain.
I tell you what, I love this call early in the game. You know why? You get your quarterback hit early. He gets hit. Wait a minute. Nerves settle. Everything's good. You show the defense that he's a threat to run the football. I love that call early in a football game.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And this offense coming out slow, man. Kind of frustrating because you had that bye week last week. What do? You go back and self-scout. Look at yourself. What can I do better? And then you come out in the first quarter and you're not playing great.
How about this? A fake. Sometimes in life, big man has it. It's a first down and more. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
I love it. How about the onions of the coach? First drive coming out, set the tone. They get stopped on third down. Now you bring on the punt unit. No. I was ready. I had a fake, pulled the trigger, and got it.
Looking downfield on first down. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Gets it out quickly. Nice move there. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, this tight end's really good at finding soft spots and zones. It's not just working over the middle of the field either, but also on the perimeter of the field. And that time, as soon as he releases off the ball, he knows there's no one following me, running with me. This must be zone coverage. Where can I post up and make this easy for my quarterback? He finds that spot. It's a nice game by the offense.
Tight end finds a soft spot. He's there to make... But not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
And when you start to develop a feel as a tight end that you can feel the zones and the holes, man, you start to become unstoppable. Nice job. QB on the same page, sees his tight end.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Stanford!
Well, the gamble by the head coach early in the game really pays off. Remember, they went for it on fourth down to stay on the field. They wanted to be aggressive, and now they get to pay it off, scoring a touchdown. Really nice job. It's always a massive gamble as a head coach, taking those risks. But when you've got an offense like this, that really wasn't that tough of a decision.
And I think defensively, that kind of takes the wind out of your sails. Like, you get so excited. You force the fourth down, maybe a punt, maybe a field goal, whatever it is. I'm going to get off the field, and then they get it. And they finished with this drive together. You're right. Circle that fourth down. That was a big one.
The Blue Devils offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And now we take a look at Nate Shepard. In their last win, he had a 100-yard game and scored 3 times. From the gun, the running back has it. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow.
And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Unleashes it. A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Just feeds the running back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Pressure coming. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Really impressed with how this team has seized momentum here, playing on the road in this hostile environment. Their offense gets it first. They march down the field. They put up some points. And here's the defense now on their first drive, getting a critical sack on 3rd down.
Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got them backed up. Cardinal offense takes the field, ready to attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Lost to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab. They'll get him stopped at the 18, and this offense creates a little space with the first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw again. Fires to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. He may keep that rush honest after completing a pass earlier. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Blue Devil offense will try to get things going on this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. He'll run it again. Running to Green. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. Complete to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty, so important at the college level. And the Blue Devils will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Into the end zone for 6. The extra point here would tie the game. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Rushes on him. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's 4. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Cardinal will have to come up with a huge play to keep this drive going on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Escapes the pressure to his right. He's out past the 35. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Running inside. It's Ford. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul.
Well, that was an easy one for the officials. You can't grab a face mask like that, and it costs the defense a 1st down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. He's going to take off.
Yeah, and he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium? Everything in the playbook is open to me.
Looking for room. It's Ford. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Pocket breaking down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The run inside. It's fourth. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Looks as if we have an injured Blue Devil on the play. That is the senior tight end who's shaken up. We'll have Holly Rowe check on him. Here comes the Duke offense to start the drive. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Makes the grab. It's Nicholas. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back on the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to go deep. And they can't make the connection.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. He might want another play. To the air on 2nd down. Under fire. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Complete. He's got enough for the first down, and he might get a few bonus yards if they called that a face mask.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Wants to throw on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Motion from the back. Back to pass on second down. And the pressure is coming in. Get him again.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on third down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Setting up the screen. What a cut! Now he's loose. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game.
Intercepted. Taking it the other way. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Cardinal! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Catch in the middle, it's Campbell. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. Then they'll line up from the 31 on first down. The run from the shotgun. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. Here's a heat. And down he goes. Timeout is called by the Cardinal. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Fighting off the defender. and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Blue Devils send out the punt unit. He makes the catch at the 10. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on this drive. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Oh, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to going at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Now on second down. Looking to fire. That pass is incomplete. So third and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Now Stanford is going to call a timeout. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Makes the catch. It's Shaw. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And that last completion left him with 2nd and 1, and this is a fun moment for an offensive coordinator. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Shaw. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Now the Cardinals decide to spend their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Gets it out fast. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll go to the air. That's caught. It's off. There he goes. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. To the line quickly. They'll spike it to save some time. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. He needed a little late boost from the crossbar, but he gets it to go through. And now the lead is extended a little further. Stanford set to boot it deep to start this second half. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Well, guys, I did check in with the Duke head coach coming out of the locker room. Their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the third quarter. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. They're going to ride this running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That's just an obvious face mask penalty there. No way you're getting away with it. Got to keep your composure there. And it'll be first down for this offense after the personal foul. Now on the counter. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Campbell. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. Holding on the defense is just a gift to the offense with the automatic first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Off play action on first down. Dumps it off in the flats. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you...
There's a crease.
And you know what? The best third down offense is don't get the third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You can tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the middle. Moving toward the end zone. And fumble! Defense got it. They're on the run. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
What a play by the defense. With their backs against the wall in a goal line type situation, they're able to force a fumble and jump on it. That is how you change momentum in a game.
Quickly to the tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Finds his man. It's Shaw. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Under fire. He's knocked down, short gain, maybe a pickup. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. Rides to back and leaves it. Turning it on. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Stanford going back to work with another first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Brown. And he's dragged down.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You could tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
Off play action. Oh, they're after him. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Dropping back, it's Warren. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the third time. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Guys, down here on the Duke sideline, I can see the coaches imploring their team right now. This has to be a turning point. Turning it over on that last drive, it could get out of hand if they don't make something happen right now. You see the coaches and players coming together to try to get that momentum back. I'll keep you posted on if that swings here in their favor. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. There he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Duke. A great catch and run for 6.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this. Their own 25. The Cardinal offense takes the field ready to attack. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Warren. With the catch, it's Ford. Looks as if we have an injured Blue Devil on the play. And is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. The Cardinal can be aggressive here on second and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ford. Got a little grass. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Brown. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Second down, they'll go to the air. downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Running inside. It's Ford. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The Blue Devil offense will try to get things going on this drive. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Can't get him to the ground. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. Second down coming up. We've reached the break, and it is Stanford holding the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So the final period starts with a second down play. Now the play fake. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. Moving out to the right. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. So the officials spy that face mask penalty, and the offense gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, it's Ford. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Gets the back moving. To the air, it's Warren. Got it. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the Blue Devils sideline, I can see a lot happening with their running back. He has turned it over here in this game, and they are down. They need him to be a little bit better with their ball security.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Working that left side now.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like, they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Sends it back in motion. Pulls it, fired complete.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Warren. Finds the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play.
Well, they're going with a run-pass option look there, trying to get that 1st down. They hand it off, just not able to get it. It was a nice effort by the back, but ultimately now forcing 4th and short. If I'm on offense, I think I'm staying on the field and going for this again.
The RPO, fire complete to the left.
And that's a play the defense had to have, right? You're down in the game. Offense wants to stay aggressive and go for it on 4th, and they're throwing it. All you got to do is get one stop, regain the momentum, give it back to your offense, and they could not come up with the play.
Stanford gets set to snap it on 1st down. The run inside. It's Davis.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Got it behind the line. It's Davis. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. He makes the grab. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. The Cardinal at the line with the first down. Let's see if they go back to the air. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to throw. It's Warren. They're working that left side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on 3rd down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ford. He is stopped well short of the first down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on 4th. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Here comes the Duke offense to start the drive. Giving up that last field goal really hurt. It's a 3-possession game, and things look dire, to be candid. Here's the pressure. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's got the back in the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The officials stop play here as they check on the injured Cardinal player. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. And the Blue Devils are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Makes the grab on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The Blue Devils want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He uncorks one deep. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He wants it all. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Yeah, and a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart. How fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. So the defense can't stop the clock 3 times here, so they can't just kneel on it. Need to pick up a first down and protect this lead. Now we get a timeout from the Blue Devils. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
Might be calling a hot route. On the ground with the counter. Might have a chance. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Timeout, Duke. That's their second. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The Blue Devils take a timeout, and that's the last one. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, what a game this guy has been having, living in the opponent's backfield. Already has 2 sacks in the game, and now he gets a TFL. He is so athletic, so quick twitch, so slippery, they just can't block him.
Running inside, it's Ford. Touchdown, Stanford! And they take it in for 6 more points. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Not feel great about in this with Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs. And
they get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes his shot. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.